You're not Mexican, bro. You're not Mexican, bro. Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn is taking place in September, and this is a major, major fight. It's going to be for the WBC title. Whatever corruption, whatever fucking this isn't fair boxing old head take you want to have about this fight, it's going down, and it's going down for a world title. And I am excited. I am beyond excited for this matchup. I see a lot of people from the UK, from that part of the world, discrediting Conor Benn. They want Garcia to win. They want Garcia to knock him out. I think Conor Benn is at times a little bit unlikable character, a little bit cocky. You know, people don't like him mainly because he's riding off the coattails of his father's legacy, his father's greatness. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's a good fighter. Both men have popped for drugs. Both men have failed drug tests, Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn, respectively. So if you want to shit on Conor Benn for failing a drug test, you have to shit on Ryan Garcia as well. Garcia had a career-best performance against Devin Haney, knocked him down multiple times, and got a decision or a TKO victory, I believe it was. And then popped. He popped for drugs afterwards. And his fans and the majority of people don't like to bring that up. And they like to fucking glaze this cunt for doing the same shit Benn did. They've both failed drug tests in the past. They've both been caught with fucking needles up their ass so deep you can't even see the syringe anymore. So if you want to come at one guy, come at the other guy. But I just think the hate behind Conor Benn is in part due to kind of the favourable matchups that he's been getting. But you can say the same for fucking Ryan Garcia. You know, if it wasn't thanks to his association with Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya, he wouldn't get a title shot off of a loss against Rolly Romero. This man is world title. This man holds the WBC world title, and he won it after coming off a loss. Who the fuck gets a title shot coming off a loss? Only in boxing does that sort of thing happen. And this fight is taking place at 147 pounds for that very title. One could argue the most undeserved title fight in WBC boxing history. But it is what it is. I'm picking Ryan Garcia. I think Garcia is going to smoke Conor Benn. As much as I kind of like Conor Benn, I think he's entertaining. I think he's a good fighter. I think he gets a lot of hate. I think he had a good win over Eubank. People discredit that because of dehydration, which is ironic because what I'm going to talk about is a lot about dehydration. But he still beat Chris Eubank in that rematch. The first fight was a fucking classic, an all-time classic. And he's coming back down now, Conor Benn, to welterweight. He's cutting a lot of weight. I'm seeing interviews where he's looking dehydrated. He's looking like a skeleton. This is going to be a brutal weight cut. But even without a weight cut, I just think the hand speed of Ryan Garcia is too much for Conor Benn. We see Conor Benn get hit a lot. He gets hit a lot. His last fight, his face got busted up. That was supposed to be a fucking step-up fight for him to look good in. And whilst he won, he did not exactly look fucking stellar out there. He didn't look stellar. There were hairy moments in there. You know, he was getting hit. The head movement wasn't quite there. The hand speed is not as much as it used to be. And I think Ryan Garcia just has a deeper bag of tricks, a deeper bag of skills against Conor Benn. And it's going to be a relatively one-sided beatdown if Garcia is taking this fight seriously. We've seen in the past Ryan Garcia doing all sorts of fucking shenanigans, if you catch my drift. Lines, drugs, hookers, alcohol, Monster Energy, you name it, this guy's been on it and doing it prevalently. But it made him do well, and you can argue that a lot of that is just antics. You can argue that a lot of that is simply him trying to get into the mind of his opponent. But it does play a factor. He has been kicked out of Canelo's gym in the past for wasting his potential and not training as hard as he could. So clearly there is an element of truth to this crazy lifestyle that this guy leads. You know, this guy's the fucking man. This guy's the man. This guy can walk into a club anywhere and have 10 chicks fucking on his dick. Like, no glaze. But this guy fucking has it all. And sometimes when you have it all, it can be difficult to get up in the morning and do that fucking heavy work on the bag, do those drills, do the strength and conditioning drills. It can be hard, especially when you have the notoriety, the fame, and the money that Ryan Garcia has. And that is something that we don't really see with Conor Benn. Whilst he is set for life, essentially, he's rich, he grew up rich. I don't know why he's always acting like he's from the fucking hood. This guy went to a fucking private school, did Conor Benn. But he is rich, he's well endowed. No. Pause. He's got money, he's got the fame, he's got the fortune, but he seems to stay relatively grounded. He's a family man. We don't really see too much drama with him out drinking, partying, doing drugs and all that. He seems to be grinding. So when it comes to hard work, when it comes to who's going to put in the work necessary in the gym, you can bet your life that Conor Benn is going to be putting himself through hell every single day of this camp. And I'm not so sure I can say the same for Ryan Garcia. Whilst I do think he's going to come into this fight prepared, there is that element of this guy might slack off because he doesn't see Conor Benn as a true test. And we might see a generational upset from Conor Benn. That's just me playing the advocate for Conor Benn. But truth be told, I don't think there's anything in Benn's arsenal that can really do anything against a well-prepared, in shape, in form looking Ryan Garcia. And I think he's going to get snubbed. This fight is under the Zuffa boxing banner, I believe, with the WBC title on the line. I think Dana White is promoting this fight. It's on the same day as UFC Noche. They're pushing UFC back so that they can have this as prime time. Mexican Independence Day, I believe. Ryan Garcia, he's going to be a massive star, and I think he's going to be the favorite going into this fight. Now, do I want Conor Benn to win just for the fucking memes and just to see Ryan Garcia crash out and to see the underdog get the victory? A little bit. I don't really get the Conor Benn hate. I don't really follow boxing too closely. But aside from the failed drug test, which you can attribute to pretty much any top-level fighter, they're all on fucking something. Let's just keep it real. They're just the ones that got caught. Aside from the failed drug test, I think he's kind of likable, Conor Benn. I think he's kind of funny. You ain't Mexican, bro. You ain't Mexican. He starts shit-talking Ryan Garcia and fucking Mexican. Like, he's an interesting character. He's a cool character, you know? Don't get me wrong, I was rooting for Eubank in those fights, but that's just because, you know, it's Eubank, bro, you know? He's got his dad fucking jerking off in the corner. He's walking out to 50 Cent. Like, you can't help but root for the Eubanks. But I do like Conor Benn. I think he's fucking likable. I don't know, maybe I'm just blind. But I think he's kind of funny. You know, he does his interviews. He's shit-talking. Like, he's entertaining. He's everything you want in a fighter. He shit-talks. He's good on the mic. He throws down. He's got heart. He's got chin. He's got a chin of iron. Even though he may lack some technical skills, he might get hit a bit too much. He's got an iron chin. You're never going to lack heart when it comes to Conor Benn. He's going to get back up and he's going to keep going. He's going to keep fighting. You look at Ryan Garcia taking a knee against Tank off a body shot. You know, when the going got tough against Rolly Romero, he basically shelled up and quit. You can never say that about Conor Benn. Conor Benn is always going to go out there and he's always going to give 110%. But the public does not seem to be behind him. I don't know, he's pissed them off somehow. But this is an interesting fight and I'm really excited for it. We're just under a month away from this fight going down. I am beyond hyped. Let me know who you guys think is going to take it in the comments below. And like and subscribe. I'll see you boys in the next one. I'm trying to pump out some content. I do boxing, I do MMA. I try to do most combat sports. I do fight reactions, fight breakdowns, news, a little bit of comedy. You know, some people say I'm funny. Some people say I'm not. So you make your choice. Like and subscribe. I'll see you boys in the next one. Much love. Conor Benn, yeah. Know yourself, bro.